Hello friends, today we'll continue with the theories of foreign exchange. Last what are the class I explained about different types of foreign exchange. So this is all about theories. We will discuss about three theories. Mint par parity theory, purchasing power parity theory, balance of payment theory. So three theories I can't explain at a time. I will go one by one and today I will discuss the mint par parity theory. So what is mint par parity theory? This is an earliest, means very long before this theory was there. This is an earliest theory of foreign exchange associated with working of international gold standard. So basic thing you should remember, the mint par parity theory means it is related with a gold, international gold standards. This theory was applicable for those countries which had the same metallic standard. Metallic means basically we are discussing about gold and silver. So this theory was applicable for those countries which had the same metallic standard, means gold and silver, and basically we took here gold as the metallic standard. Under the gold standard, the country had their standard currency unit either of gold or it is freely convertible into the gold of a given purity. Just like nowadays, if you will go for Manipuram or any type of gold loan, they will see it is 24K carat or 22 carat, like that only they will decide. Every bank they decided their loan amount like that only. At that time they decided the currency value according to the gold standard. So countries had their standard currency, like you can take it dollar, rupees, and pound. All these are standard currency unit either of gold or they can freely convertible into the gold of a given purity. The value of currency unit under gold standard was defined in terms of weight of the gold. Get it? Important here. It depend upon weight of the gold of a specified purity contained in it. Get it? Then the central bank of the country was always willing to buy and sell gold up to the unlimited extent at the given price. Get it? Very important point. Central bank of the country was always willing to buy and sell gold up to the unlimited extent. So we'll see the what is the mint price. Actually the definition is there in this point. The price at which the standard currency unit of a country was convertible into gold was called as mint price. If question will come, what is mint price? The price at which standard currency unit of a country was convertible into gold. That is called mint price. For example, if official British price of the gold is, as you know that British, what is the price? Their country currency was pound. Get it? It is also known as pound sterling. So 1 ounce of gold means per ounce of gold you will see 6 pound. Like that only USA price is dollar. Per ounce of gold is $36. Like that only per ounce of gold how much rupees, per ounce of gold how much yen. Like that only what is the country currency, it is converted into gold according to purity of the gold. Get it? So according to that only we decided, according to gold standard only we decided the value of the currency. So here you will see that ounce, a word is there. Ounce means it is a measurement standard of weight. It is also used for mass and volume measurement, but basically ounce is used for weight measurement. Get it? It is a measurement standard of weight, and approximately we will see that it is a very less amount, very less quantity. You will see that 1 ounce it will come near to be 28.35 gram approximately, like that only. Get it? So at that time different currency of the country is converted into gold, and at that time they took a gold measurement with ounce. Get it? So here there were a mint price of gold in the respective countries. Just like I took the example here that per ounce is 6 pound and per ounce of gold is $36. Like that only if you decided, then the exchange rate between the dollar and pound would be fixed at $36 equal to 6 pound. This rate was called the mint parity, because here you have to see that 1 ounce per ounce here 6 pound, per ounce here $36. That's why only per ounce is as common here. You can make it equal $36 equal to 6 pound. This rate was called the mint parity or mint par of exchange because it was based on the mint price of the gold. That's why under the gold standard, the normal or basic rate of exchange was equal to rating of mint par values when the gold standard was in fashion. Important is that we converted the gold into their rate of exchange, and according to that only they will consider their exchange rate. The exchange rate was determined by the respective gold equivalent of the currencies involved or the mint parity and tended to stay close to it. Get it? So all the mint parity is depending upon the respective gold. Get it? What is the purity and weight of the gold? The mint parity or mint par was a fixed rate. It's a very important point. Remember, it's fixed or flexible. If question will come in UGC net, you have to write the mint par was a fixed rate and remain constant so long as the monetary term of the country remain unchanged. If a monetary term is fixed and it became stable, means the mint par was in fixed rate for long time period. The rate of exchange fluctuated from time to time due to changes in the balance of payment, but the fluctuation of the market rate of exchange were limited by the gold movement from one country to another. So if market fluctuation is there, rate of exchange fluctuation is there due to balance of payment, that is controlled by the movement of the gold from one country to another. Then the upper and lower limit of such fluctuation were technically known as spike. Please remember this one. The upper and lower limit of such fluctuation are technically known as spike, and on the gold export and gold import points that I will explain in this diagram. So the export and import of the gold involved cost of the packing, freight, insurance, interest, so many things. So the actual rate of exchange between two currencies could vary above and below the mint parity by extent of the cost of the gold export. If you can see the diagram, x axis we took amount of the foreign exchange and the y axis we took exchange rate of dollar price and a pound sterling. Here the demand curve this one, supply curve this one, and E is the equilibrium rate. But you have to see that the equilibrium rate and mint parity is quite different, because what is the mint parity is depend upon the export and import of the country, and export and import they are highly affected by packing, freight, insurance, interest, lots of things. Get it? If the exchange rate is above to mint parity, means you will see that gold export, and below to that means gold import, but there is a certain limit. Over that limit, that standard will not move. So the mint parity theory of foreign exchange rate highlighted two important facts. What is that? First, the actual rate of exchange can differ from the equilibrium rate of exchange. You can see actual rate of exchange is mint parity, but equilibrium rate of exchange is this one, down to that. E is here only. Secondly, under gold standard there are special limits beyond which the fluctuation in the rate of exchange can't be take place. This is all about the mint par parity theory, where in the enter page we explain one thing, that is gold standard. When a country's currency is converted to gold standard, that is known as mint parity. According to the mint parity only the currency converted and exchange rate decided. Get it? Then we'll see criticism. First criticism, unrealistic. The international gold standard has been completely abandoned since it is breakdown of the weight of depression in 1930s. I will make a special video for explaining this international gold standard. It will take lots of time, near to be 10 minutes I will take to explain the international gold standard and why it is broke down in depression at the time of depression of 1930s. Second thing is that here they told that the theory based on the free international gold movement, but in the modern government, no government will give the permit for the free buying and selling of the gold, that also internationally. Third criticism, most of the countries at present are having inconvertible paper currencies. In such system, the mint parity theory cannot at all determine the rate of exchange. Who will go for the mint parity? Everyone is going for their own paper currencies. Get it? This is all about mint par parity theory, which is first theory of exchange rate. Thank you. Thank you, students. This is for today, and next class we will go for purchasing power parity theory. Thank you, class.